Another Friday night of football on CCX as our crew sets up tonight at Maple Grove High School for this matchup between St. Michael-Albertville and Maple Grove. And look at the starting quarterbacks, Owen Neros for STMA. Having a good season. Won't run the ball much, but excellent at directing that STMA offense. 5 touchdown passes on the season. Jacob Kilzer, a junior on the other side for Maple Grove. 5 TD passes as well, but he can run. He's got a running threat for sure. 7 rushing touchdowns for Kilzer on the season. Also caught a pass last week and a trick play for a receiving touchdown. So a guy that can do a lot of damage that way. Should be a good matchup tonight between St. Michael-Albertville and Maple Grove on CCX. Season in high school football in Minnesota. Tonight on CCX, a matchup between the St. Michael-Albertville Knights and the Maple Grove Crimson. From Maple Grove High School on senior night, John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson. And Ryan definitely fall in the air compared to a week ago when we were here. Temperature a good 20 degrees cooler, strong breeze. It feels like football weather, right?
Well, and it just reminded me, John, how old I'm getting, because I used to be that tough football player that never wore sleeves underneath. I got the long johns, the winter hat, and I'm still cold. So we're definitely getting to fall football weather, no question about it.
The Knights coming in with a 4-2 record, 2 losses this season. Maple Grove just the 1 loss, and coming off a really nice win over a good Wayzata team, and they hope that gives them confidence as they build against strong teams like STMA.
Yeah, well, I thought Maple Grove, the way they handled Wayzata last week, I wasn't surprised they won, but the way they did it, I mean, their defense was so solid, and they got to kind of have that same game plan tonight. St. Michael-Albertville is a very good team. Beat Centennial, who beat Maple Grove early in the year, and they like to run the football. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, they're well coached. So Maple Grove's got to, if there's a letdown after beating a big rivalry like that, they got to come tonight and they got to bring it, and that defense is going to get tested again tonight.
Let's look at our key players, starting with the Knights. Connor Longman is a junior and kind of a do-it-all guy. I mean, he's a running back, but he'll catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's a return guy too.
Well, St. Michael-Albertville has 3 or 4 really good running backs. So stat-wise, they don't have one guy that jumps out at you, but Connor is explosive. He is a fast, he's one of those guys, when he gets the ball, he can score at any time. He's got that kind of speed. He'll do a kick return, punt return, passing, catching the football, running the football. So a jack of all trades. He's someone definitely Maple Grove. You don't want to allow him get in space because he can take it to the house.
And for the Crimson, the guy whose number we called a lot last Friday, Sawyer Scanson, who had an outstanding game against Wayzata.
Well, to be exact, we called it 16 times, 16 tackles, and we talked about that in the last week's pregame as how good these Maple Grove linebackers are. They're down 1, going into tonight, but I'll tell you, he had such a good game, and he was so dialed in that you're going to call his name a lot again tonight. If they're going to stop the run, he's going to be a big part of it. He just seems to always find the ball.
The Knights probably a little bit of an underdog, Ryan, so what's the key for them tonight?
Win the line of scrimmage. It's very similar to last week, right? Wayzata was bigger, stronger, more physical than Maple Grove, but they couldn't run the ball. I'd say that same thing tonight. The Knights average over 230 yards rushing, and if Maple Grove can, with those linebackers, plug those holes, force St. Michael-Albertville into 3rd and long passing situations, I think Maple Grove's going to be in a good spot. If the Knights are able to move the football, run the football effectively, we could have a pretty long, close, fun game.
Should be a good one again tonight. St. Michael-Albertville and Maple Grove from Maple Grove High School kicks off live next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Underway at Maple Grove, STMA has returned the opening kickoff out to the 35-yard line, and he will have the ball to start the ball game tonight. Knights will expect to see a heavy rushing attack, right, from a lot of different guys, Ryan.
Yeah, talented, great group of running backs, good up front. You're going to just see plays like that, a great push by those big guys up front.
It's Max Kiefer getting the call on first down on the run and gains 5 yards out to the 40-yard line.
Well, Max he's a big fella, 5'11", 190 pounds, but he's built, really physical runner. 354 yards, 5 touchdowns. One of 3 running backs, John, that has 5 or more touchdowns for this Knights offense.
On 2nd and 5, other inside give and to the right side, spin out to the 43-yard line. And so 2 carries and 2 different running backs. If you look at Nero's numbers on the season, I mentioned the 5 touchdowns at the top of the show.
Yeah, and you look at that. I mean, the impressive thing is 67% completion, so he's accurate. You don't like to see the 5 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, but very capable thrower.
Jared Bennett picking up 4 on 2nd down. Kiefer on 3rd down, hitting the backfield, won't get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th down and 2.
I feel like we've talked about number 7 before for Crimson. Scanson in the backfield. And the Knights had him right where they want him, 3rd and short, but just great penetration by that linebacker. And Scanson, where he was all over the field last week. Look at him unblocked and just able to get enough, and great team defense there.
Jackson Powers the next one in to help in on the stop.
Well, John, they're keeping the offense out there. I love the call. 4th
and 2 from their own 43. And they do run the play, and it's not going to be a first down, I don't think. Looks like he got a pretty decent spot on the handoff that time to Kiefer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I thought he was going to be a good yard short. Let's see. Oh, they marked that right at the 45. I thought he was down, John, at about the 44 there.
I think so, too.
I love the call by Coach Jared Essler. You're on the road. You're playing a top 3 ranked team. You tell your offense, hey, I trust you guys. Go get that first down. And I don't know if I agree with the spot, but they got the first down. That's a big confidence booster for that offense.
So fresh set of downs. Pitch goes to Bennett, and he'll get just a couple of yards this time out to the 43-yard line. 48-yard line before he stopped. And they marked him even short of that, just 1 before it went down.
Yeah, Kate Cook came up from that outside linebacker, made a great tackle.
Look at the starters for tonight's, and Maple Grove having to do some shuffling around with Aiden McMahon going out last week with a season-ending injury. He's one of their defensive leaders. Good news, they get Jay Suzelle back. He's missed a couple of games, got hurt in the Centennial game. He's back at a linebacker spot. Still a very good unit, even with McMahon out. 2nd down and 9 for STMA. Nero's play action. Throws over the middle high and incomplete. Intended receiver was Riley Purcell. And it'll be 3rd and long for the Knights.
Yeah, I like the play call, low play action. He had time. Neros, you can see he's got a very strong arm, able to set his feet, delivered a strike there just a little bit high. It's one thing to keep in mind, too. I mean, this isn't freezing cold by any, Minnesota standards, John, but it is cold. It's windy, your hands, and as a quarterback, gripping that football, it's something to definitely keep an eye on, how kids handle that, the first cold weather game.
Short drop, Nero's throwing, and the ball dropped. A little bit thrown low, but catchable, and Connor Long been unable to make the catch. Don't know that he would have gotten the first down, but now it's 4th down and 9, and I think they're not going to go for it this time, Brian.
Yeah, this 4th and 9, definitely no. But to your point, John, I think even if Connor had caught that, I don't think he would have had a first down. But he might have been in that 4th and short, maybe a chance to go for it again.
Carter Polduck is the punter. Punt will be the skip
bounce.
past Derrick Jameson. He's going to let it roll rather than try to pick it up on a bounce, and down by STMA down at the Maple Grove 7. So excellent kick of 47 yards by Bolduc with no return.
Well, that's great field position football right there. You run the football, they pound the rock, they like to dominate the time of possession. They don't get the first down. They got a good defense. You pin Maple Grove down. And I'll tell you what, Derrick Jameson, as explosive as he is, how bad do you think he wanted to pick that ball up? That's one of the hardest things to do, is get away from it, because that football can take a crazy bounce. The last thing you want is a turnover there.
Maple Grove offensive line having to do some shuffling this week as well, with one of their starters going out last week with an injury, Andrew Dotson-Rod, and Bryce Tyler's been switched from defensive line to offensive line. He gets the start tonight. Handoff on first down, or it's kills around the keeper, and he goes out past the 25 to near the 30. You talked about that at the top of the show, and the ability of this guy to run. Not only a great throwing quarterback, but the junior excellent runner.
Well, great ball fake too. And I'll tell you, last week we saw a lot of Tanner Elbuck early in the game. I think the Knights may be preparing for that. Great ball fake. And I'll tell you what, I was standing down next to Kilzer in the pregame, and I didn't realize how big he is in person. He's a big kid. And they showed his stats. A good thrower of the football. He's got a strong arm, but he is a great running quarterback as well.
Pickup of 20 for Kilzer. This time they do go to Allback, and he'll get just to the line of scrimmage, and then he stopped. Levi Hahn, senior defensive lineman, with the stop. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, great penetration that time by Hahn as you take a look at the starters here for both teams. But that's going to be the key. Maple Grove also averaging 230 yards running the football, so you got to be able to stop the run. The problem is they got maybe arguably the best running back in the state in Derrick Jameson, and then that young man right there, a great running quarterback as well.
From the 27 on 2nd down and 10 for Maple Grove. First possession for Maple Grove on offense. Kilzer roll out, will throw, and caught. Short pass, and a good run after the catch, though, by Allbeck out to the 37. He looks like a yard shy of the first down.
Yeah, nice job by Kilzer. He was under pressure, and he kind of stood there. He knew the pressure was coming and still was able to get rid of it. Threw it maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted to. But a nice catch by Albrecht. Watch him go down and get this ball. This is a little bit low. Not an easy catch, and then able to kind of gather himself and then turn it up the field. Set up a third manageable.
3rd and 1 for Maple Grove. Trying to get their second first down in this drive. Allbeck and Jameson, and it'll be Kilzer keeping straight ahead, and more than enough for a first down. Gets close to 5. Out past the 40.
Well, I love the simplicity of that. We see so many schools, really from the NFL down, it'll be 3rd and short or 4th and short, and they go shotgun. And that just allows defense to get up the field and penetrate. I love the simplicity. Just quarterback sneak. You got a big quarterback and Kilzer. Just let him go get the lean forward, get the yard. And we haven't seen Jameson yet. You get the feeling they're trying different things, maybe to soften up the defense. And don't forget, you got number 3 back there who's a home run threat every time he gets the ball.
Kilzer wanting to throw, going deep downfield and gets the catch. It's Newell down to the 10-yard line. Excuse me, Jacob Anderson on the catch. Jacob Anderson had an interception last week. Gets a long first down catch here of 49 yards.
Well, great play call, first down. And look at Jameson take that extra step, get in the block, allowed Kilzer to set his feet. And great separation by Anderson. He had to really get some arm into that. I thought that ball was going to be underthrown, but great arm strength, great play call, good execution.
Pitch goes to Jameson, cuts it back into the middle and into the end zone for a touchdown. Maple Grove with a 93-yard scoring drive, and they're on the board first.
Well, they
Jameson's 12th rushing touchdown.
Well, they did it with great balance, John. A couple of runs by Kilzer. We saw a couple of short passes and the deep pass, and it all sets up Derrick Jameson. And that play was not easy. He was going to the left. Great cutback to find the end zone. He's just got a nose for that end zone.
Connor Fournier on for the extra point. He'd vocal the holder, and it's blocked. And so it stays 6-0 Maple Grove. Look at the touchdown run again.
Yeah, just a toss sweep, nice kick-up block, but right there was the cut. You see a couple of Knights were unblocked. The secondary coming up to make the tackle. He just had that great cut back to the middle. Right there. And you see, we talk a lot about his speed, but I think he's got good power too. Took a shot, but kept those legs moving, able to get across the end zone. And a great block. The snap was a little high on that extra point, but a great penetration there right up the middle, able to get that block. I'll tell you, in close games, those extra points can always come back to haunt you.
Derrick Jameson now, 683 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns on the ground, 1 receiving, a couple on punt returns early in the season, and averaging over 10 yards per carry.
Isn't that just crazy? First down every time you give it to him. And I think part of that obviously is how talented he is, but they use him right? They don't just hand the ball off to him 40, 45 times like Evan Hall maybe a few years ago. They have other weapons, and so they have a great diversity on their offense. And when they use Jameson, he makes the most of it, man. He's electric.
Ben Jameson on the kickoff. Doesn't go quite as deep this time, handled at the 21-yard line. Longman on the return and brings it out past the 40. So good field position again for St. Michael-Albertville on this drive. They'll start from their 41.
Yeah, I think the opening kickoff, really good return. They tried to kick away, and Longvan got that, and excellent return right up the middle of the field. Great starting field position for the Knights. And this drive is big for the Knights. You're on the road against a really good opponent. You're down a score. This is where you got to really answer that offensively here.
Neros wanted to go to the air. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and it's open, and it's going to be a touchdown. Riley Purcell, 60 yards for the score.
Oh, wow. Well, just as I was saying, you got to answer, and they certainly have an answer. Get great play action. Play action so effective when you can run the football. And what happens is you get everyone coming up to the line of scrimmage. You get a one-on-one matchup on the perimeter. And Riley Purcell, 3 receiving touchdowns on the year. Their leading receiver with over 360 yards, and big play there. And your reward for catching the touchdown, John, you get to kick the extra point too.
Down, and it is up, and STMA just like that takes the lead 7-6.
Yeah, the other thing to keep an eye on tonight too is they're giving Owen Neros time. That was something last week. Wayzata did not have much time. He had time to set his feet, only had 1 receiver down the field, and he knew exactly where to go, and Riley Purcell had his man beat by a couple of steps. And that's how important that delivery of that pass is. If you underthrow that receiver has to stop, come back. You allow the defensive back to maybe break that up, but beautifully thrown football and a great answer for the Knights here on the road.
The 2 touchdowns 15 seconds apart, and STMA now leads at 7-6.
Well, we were talking about how great both defenses have been. Maybe we should be talking more about the offenses. They've been potent here to start the game.
Derrick Jameson, Jacob Anderson back to receive for Maple Grove.
I think both quarterbacks' hands seem to be doing okay in the cold.
Not bad. Logan Coons to kick off for STMA. The little pooch kick, and it's recovered by Maple Grove on a bounce. And look at the ball just shy of their 40. Maple Grove has used that play against other teams to quite good success this season. STMA trying to turn the table, and the Crimson ready for it.
Well, I'll tell you what, Maple Grove's lucky that bounce went right to Albrecht, I believe. That's a tricky one in the middle of the field like that. That ball bounces sideways or backwards, and the Knights may recover that. So nice job by that young man recovering it, but a nice, perfectly placed kick, too.
First and 10, Maple Grove from its 38-yard line. Just under 6 minutes to play. So we're due for a touchdown than a play or so, right? Not on this play. Handoff inside, and it'll go for 4 yards to Albeck out to the 42 on his second carry tonight.
Yeah, Maple Grove really used him a lot more last week against Wayzata than they had previously this season, and you can see he's still that's his first carry, but had a nice catch. There's Matt Lombardi in his 11th year. He was in a good mood before the game too. The Crimson dealing with injuries and a lot of things off the field as well, and I think it's everyone just feeling comfortable getting back on the field where they can all come together and enjoy it.
Second down and 6. Pitch goes to Jameson on the right side.
Good pop.
It's hit right at about the sticks where he needs to go for the first down, and mark him shy. Yard shy, gain of 6.
Yeah, good push. There was an opening there, and nice gang tackling. Nice job, Logan Jans, a safety there, coming in and delivering a hit. And I think you have to be physical with Jameson. As big and strong as he is, he's going to deliver a lot of punishment, but you got to be able to punish him too every time he touches it. So good physical tackle there.
Irvin Samad also in on that stop. Third down and 1. On count, Kilser will keep it again. Didn't get very much.
No.
I think where they're going to mark him, it looks like he's at the 48.
Well, his initial push, he ran into a white wall there, and then kind of that second effort where he went to the left. You're going to see this. Look at him going forward right there. Good stick, but that second effort, able to hang that ball out. I think he got it, yeah.
Fourth first down for Maple Grove here in the first quarter as they near midfield. 4:16 to go. Trailing by a point. Give us to Jameson. Out across midfield into STMA territory. Brought down at the 48. Tackled by Levi Hahn. Gain of 4. Maybe closer to 3 yards on his third carry tonight. 18 yards for Jameson so far.
Yeah, Levi Hahn doing a nice job getting good penetration in the backfield. And number 45, Titus Johnson, their leading tackler for the Knights, in on that tackle as well.
Second and 7. It's Jameson. Going to find a seam. He's inside the 45 down to the 43.
Ball loose there. Saw some guys diving on the ground. It looked like that ball might have come out. Yeah. Zach Petrie, big number 70, I think fell on it. Let's see if that ball came out. Or was he already down? Yeah, it might have been down already.
Just shy of a first down. It'll be third down and a yard to go for Maple Grove.
Well, the last 2 third and shorts, John, we've seen that Kilser keep it on a quarterback sneak. Let's see if they opt to do that again.
Go to Jameson, hitting the backfield, and down he'll go for a yard loss. It's Titus Johnson, the senior linebacker, on the tackle for loss, and it's 4th and 2.
Yeah, he read that perfectly. And the thing is with Jameson, you can't let him get that head of steam. If you can get to him early, great tackle. Pressure right up the middle. Got a nice angle on it, too. And actually a loss a yard there.
Crimson to keep the offense on the field here on 4th down and 2 to go from the 44 of STMA. So he kills her. Flag is down. It's going to be against
start.
Maple Grove.
Yep.
And that might force the Crimson into a punt.
Yeah, they had the option set up there going to the left, which we saw them run last week pretty effectively against Wayzata. About a big penalty there, moving them back 5 yards and force a punt. STMA's defense doing a nice job after the touchdown.
Sam Peters in to punt. Bobble dropped the 16. Maple Grove looks like they've got it. turnover for STMA on the punt return. It's Crimson football in the red zone.
Yeah, and guess who's on it? Ball hawk, Sawyer Scanson. Playing defense, playing special teams, and this was one, that's one where Longvan wants to just, that's a tough catch. If you can't get an easy catch on it, you just let it go, let it bounce. But Scanson heads up as soon as he saw Longvan touch that ball. That ball was a free ball, live ball, and he got it. You think he's fired up.
First down and 10 for the Crimson from the 16 of St. Michael-Albertville. Kilzer out of the shotgun and 5 receivers out on the play, and Kilzer will try to run the ball, and he's hit by the first guy, and then the second guy puts him away. That's Jake Springer, number 24 on the tackle.
Yeah, second leading tackler. Great middle linebackers for the Knights. That was a design quarterback draw right up the middle. Try to spread that defense out, attack right up the middle, but the Knights, again, set up by Levi Hahn with great penetration into the backfield.
Second down and 10 from the 16. Just over a minute to play in a fast-moving first quarter. And now a timeout taken by Maple Grove.
Timeout on the field. Maple Grove.
Their first charge timeout.
Yeah, I think after a turnover like that, recognizing the importance of capitalizing on a play like that, having a short field, you didn't get a big yardage on first down. I think Coach Lombardi just wanted to make sure they're in the right call and get a positive play here. Yeah, both teams, I think, playing good football here. Good tackling. You're going to see a lot of similarities between these two programs. They're both really well coached. Coach Lombardi, of course, you know, had made a huge name for being a great head coach. And there's Jared Essler in his 11th year at St. Michael-Albertville. Great football player himself, played at North Dakota State, and is an excellent football coach. So you're going to see both teams strong fundamentals, great blockers, great tacklers, and good execution.
Second and 10. Kilzer back up under center with a man in motion. It's Jameson, the motion man, who gets the football. He's inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. Gain of 7 before he's tackled there by Evan Feldick.
Yeah, I like that call. You get Derrick Jameson some speed before that ball snaps. So he's already got his full motion, you know, as he gets the ball, able to turn it north and south, and had a seam. And again, good tackling, too, by the secondary there for St. Michael-Albertville coming up and making that play.
Logan Jans and Bo Bitzer also helping to slow him down. 3rd down and 3. And in motion again, and this time it's Allbeck taking the handoff up the middle. They fake it to Jameson, and Tanner Allbeck will get the first down. It'll be 1st and goal for Maple Grove on a pickup of 5.
Yeah, kind of a slow developing awkward play, and it almost froze a St. Michael-Albertville defensive lineman who was unblocked. He wasn't sure what to expect, and that fake to Jameson, I think, garnered so much attention, allowed Allbeck to get some good yardage there up the middle for the first down. Might get one play off here before the end of the quarter.
Allbeck in the backfield ahead of Jameson, who gets the carry, and he is stopped and dropped for a loss of 1 by Jake Springer to end the first quarter.
Nice job filling that gap. Linebackers are doing a good job. Their defensive linemen are holding those linemen so they can't get onto the linebackers. Linebackers are doing a great job filling those holes to stop that running game of Maple Grove.
STMA 7, Maple Grove 6 after 1. More football from Maple Grove High School after this timeout. students out in full force tonight at Maple Grove High School. Their team trailing by a point, 7-6, but on the doorstep here as we start the second quarter on a second down and goal coming for the Crimson.
Yeah, great atmosphere here for high school football. Nothing better. And I love, as a player, I love this weather where, you're not freezing, but it's cold enough. It just smells like football out there. Good crowd here, both sides for both teams. Fun atmosphere. And you got CCX covering the game.
Right. What could be better, right? 5 receivers to get in this pattern. Kilzer will fire into traffic and incomplete. A lot of white shirts around that ball. Kilzer's first incompletion. It'll be third and goal.
Yeah, he put it right on the numbers. And I think what happened, Jacob Anderson, watch him right before he catches this, kind of peer ahead. See that right there? Contact's coming. It's not an easy catch when you're in the middle of the field like that because you're expecting to get hit here, and you kind of just lose your focus for just a second.
Third and goal. And 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Kilzer looking right this time, throwing. Gets the completion to Jameson, but he'll be a couple of yards short of the first down.
What a catch.
Does make the catch, but they'll mark him.
That was it. Yeah, I did not think he was going to be able to grab that and stay in bounds. Yeah, you see he got his left foot down. That is a heck of a catch. And a good throw. Kilzer put it right where only Jameson could catch it. You don't want to throw that to the inside. And it looks like Coach Lombardi's going to call a timeout here. I think he's going to go for it. He wants to make sure he gets the right personnel in. As you see, Scanson entering the game.
Second timeout with a big play coming up for both teams here. Maple Grove looking to go ahead on a 4th down and goal from the 2.
When you don't wonder too if that blocked extra point isn't playing in your mind, like, hey, do we normally maybe take a field goal? If maybe it was at the 7 or 8 yard line, I'd say field goal, but at the 2, I think he's, as Coach Essler did on their first possession, giving his offense some confidence here. Like, I trust that you guys can go out and get 2 yards. Go get us 2 yards and get us 6.
2 really good football programs in the last 11 years under these coaches, right? That's when they each took over in the 2011 season.
Well, I'll tell you what, Maple Grove here has a beautiful facility and field and stadium. St. Michael-Albertville just built a brand new stadium, a couple of years ago. So great facilities, good kids, growing population, and good coaches and a good tradition of football. It looks like Coach Lombardi elected here to go with field goal.
Fournier, the kicker.
Kind of a tough angle here coming in from the right side like that as a right-handed kicker. I think he missed.
Trying to get it through from that right hash mark, and he pulled it too far left, and it's no good. And STMA takes over at the 20. How about that?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it looked like pressure was coming again up the middle. But as a right-handed kicker in high school, when you're on that right hash, that is not an easy kick. It's easier to go right to left as opposed to, left to right as opposed to right to left. You have a tendency to do just that, is hook the football a little too much.
So that turnover on the punt return turns out not to hurt St. Michael-Albertville. Maple Grove had a 1st and goal at the 5 and unable to come away with any points.
Yep. And I'll tell you, it's complementary football. When your defense gets a stop like that, your offense feeds off of that. Like, hey, our defense has our back. See if the offense comes out right off the bat here with some confidence.
First down run and a gain of just a couple of yards. Scanson in on the tackle. On the run by Max Kiefer, his 3rd carry tonight. Gain of 2, it's 2nd and 8.
Well, kind of what we thought. Both teams maybe struggling to run the football against the opposing defenses. And the big plays have come through the passing game. The touchdown, of course, for the Knights, and the big pass play to Jacob Anderson for the Crimson.
Just 9 plays run by STMA so far, 18 for Maple Grove. And it'll be 3rd and long as another run that's stopped by the Crimson defense.
Yeah, the Knights tried to come with a counter there. And you could see what the Crimson do such a good job, John, is they bring their linebackers a lot of blitzes and they time it so well. You can see the gaps kind of just blowing up, that counter just a little too long to develop, nowhere to go. And here you're set with 3rd and 8.
Atkinson and South among those in on the stop there. It's 3rd down and 8. Ryan said from the 22. Neros 1 of 3 passing tonight, but the one was the big one. 60 yards and a touchdown, though. Stay on the ground here, and that'll be stopped after a gain of 1 or maybe 2. Scanson coming up and making the tackle. And Kilber with help as well. And it's 4th down.
Yeah, first time we saw Jarrett Bennett, the running back for the Knights, also plays defensive back. Going to Duluth next year for football. That 3rd running back with 5 touchdowns too, so good running back, but really well defended that time by the Crimson.
Bolduc in for his 2nd punt on 4th down and 6 here. A little short grab by Jameson at the 47 on the run. Breaks a tackle down the right sideline, and Jameson is out of bounds down at the STMA 25-yard line, and Maple Grove set up in excellent field position.
Yeah, kind of that low kick, you got to bounce, and Jameson timed it perfect. So, again, you see when he can get his full head of steam going right as he grabs that ball, he is a load. He got that speed going on the right side of the sideline there, made a guy miss, and, again, excellent field position here at the 27, 28-yard line. Unable to capitalize last time on a short field, but here they get the ball back, again, in excellent position. Remember, we saw trickery last week against Wayzata. I was just thinking to keep your eye on that.
Kilzer on the option, will keep it, cuts it upfield in the open of the 15, others, sidesteps another tackler, and he's in for the touchdown. What a run from 28 yards out. Jacob Kilzer, his 8th rushing touchdown of the season, and Maple Grove's back in front.
Well, they ran the option. They were going to run it on 3rd and real short there earlier on the drive. That time they come to the left, and I think the Knights were preparing for the pitch there to go to Jameson, but Kilzer made a great decision. He cut it upfield and showing not only his speed but also his elusiveness. Made a couple guys miss, great footwork, and then showed that speed there at the end to get to the corner of the end zone.
Horney on for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake, and they'll go to the end zone, and diving for the pylon.
He got it.
They got it. It's Scanson.
Wow. I was just mouthing to you, I can't believe they're not going for 2 here. And sure enough, they did. Trickery in special teams, and they get that 2-point conversion. Smart call by Coach Lombardi. They've struggled on an extra point and a field goal attempt. Here's a look at that touchdown. And he made the decision to go north, but right there, great footwork to sidestep the tackler, and a great effort to get into the end zone.
There's a little toss from Vocal to Scanson.
Yeah, it didn't look like he was going to be able to get in, but look at him extend that left arm. Primarily a defensive player. He's a great linebacker, but to not only extend it with one arm, but then to hold on to it too as Knight defenders were trying to bat that out. It was just a great effort. We mentioned that, I think, in the pregame. He's also a great 2-point conversion runner.
That's why we made him the key player of the game.
Yeah.
14-7 now, Maple Grove as they retake the lead. So the defense setting up the offense there. They get the 3 and out. Nice punt return by Jameson. A 1-play touchdown drive and the 2-point conversion. They're back in front by a score early in the second quarter. Then Jameson will kick it deep. This will be taken back at the 5-yard line. And a nice open field tackle. It's Vey on the stop. Brett Ruse on the return. And Mika Vey with a nice open field tackle there, stopping. The returner short of the 20-yard line.
Well, Vey is a well-known defensive back, amongst the state here, and that time just showed what a great tackler he is. That's not easy to do when you're running full speed and the kick returner's coming at you full speed. Easy to miss there, but nice form tackle.
First and 10, Knights from their 17-yard line. Give right side and hand off to Bennett. Won't get a lot, down to the 18, maybe 19, and STMA certainly counts on the running game a lot. Had success on the one touchdown they had through the air, but they're going to need more positive gains, 4 or 5 yard gains, not 1 and 2 that they've had the last couple of drives.
Well, nice job by Bennett there just to even get 3 yards. There was contact right at the line of scrimmage. He had a great move.
They'll pitch it to him this time, and he's hit and dropped. Mason South on the tackle.
Well, I think you're going to see number 21, Jace Uzel. Watch Jace Uzel take out the blocker right there. He took on a blocker, forced that ball back inside, and then great team defense. That's how you play a sweep like that. If you allow great running backs to get to the outside, they are dangerous. But that time had a kick-out blocker coming. Not only did he take that on, but then was able to angle inside and be a part of that tackle. Well defended.
3rd and 8 for the Knights. Roll out by Nero's throw, and the ball is dropped. Uzel covered it well. Key for the intended receiver, but he couldn't hang on to it.
Well, and John, even if he did hang on to that, that wouldn't have been a gain of more than maybe a yard or two. Right back at the line of scrimmage, and again, great tackle. And I think to your point too, John, I think the Knights have to get 6-7 yards on first down. They have to set up a little bit more manageable third down. Don't put so much pressure on your quarterback in 3rd and long, especially against this defense.
Well, look, it's his 3rd punt away. Taken by Jameson, backpedaling at his 46.
Oh, boy.
Well, did he get back on it?
No.
Knights have it. How about that?
I think Bo Bitzer, number 2. Yeah, great job. Great awareness. That looked like Jameson was going to easily be able to have time to recover that, but couldn't ever quite get a grip on the ball. And I'll tell you what, Bitzer did a great job of finding it and staying with it. Right there, I thought he was going to be able to have it, and then even there.
Oh, yeah, just didn't have possession. He went down, but didn't have the ball with him.
That's where you just got to get on the ground right away and secure that ball. But what an effort by Bitzer, running full speed, grabbing the ball with one arm.
So each team with a fumbled punt return. Bitzer sets up his offense on first down. Nero's under a heavy rush, has to throw earlier than he wanted to, and it's incomplete. Sawyer Scanson was right in on him, and Nero's just had to dump it.
Yeah, you see Scanson coming right up the A-gap there, eluded the guard. And I'll tell you, you got to give your quarterback a little bit of time, and it's so hard to do against the Crimson defense because you just don't know. They show pressure almost every play. You don't know if they're coming or what gap they're going to come in. But Scanson's so good at just finding the ball and making plays.
2nd down and 10 from the 45 of Maple Grove. He also give the long bin, bounces off a tackle in the backfield and gets a positive gain of 4 yards down to the 43, I think 3 yards to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, nice job by Longvan there, avoiding the initial defender and being able to kind of contort his body sideways just to get that 3 or 4 yards. And this is kind of that down and distance against this defense. It's so hard because they bring pressure, so it's hard to allow your receivers time to even get down the field, and then you got to be able to make a great throw here.
2 receivers to the right. Max Kiefer, the lone back behind Nero's. He'll get the call on 3rd and 7. Nero's fighting for yardage and gets to the 35. I'm going to mark him at the 36. Maple Grove says the ball is out.
Oh, they're calling him down. What an effort by Kiefer. Do you see those legs driving, John? Great call, 3rd and long, right up the middle. Great kick out block. Look at him fight. Look at those legs just driving and driving and driving. And I think that was the right call. I think his knee was definitely down. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, you see Scanson trying to rip that ball out with his left hand, but what an effort by Kiefer.
4th and less than 1. STMA will go for it from the 36. Oh, delay of game.
Oh, wow. Wow, what a huge play.
First penalty of the night on the Knights, and it's a costly one. And now it's 4th and 6 back at the 41.
I think Coach Essler is maybe asking, we didn't get the note. Usually that back referee will give a signal, let that quarterback know when it gets down.
So instead of 4th and less than a yard, now 4th and about 6 for the Knights.
Well, we saw the Knights earlier, about the same part of the field, keep their offense on and go for it. This is one of those two, if you're not going to necessarily go for it, you try to get a hard count, maybe see if you can get the Crimson to jump off sides, maybe get that 5 yards back.
And now, well, let's see, Nero's is coming to the sideline, but not off the field yet. Just shuffling personnel on and off. Looks like they will get the offense on the field here.
Yeah, Maple Grove does in the stadium at both ends. You can see it there. Great shot by our camera guy showing the play clock. So as a quarterback, you should always see what that play clock is showing.
Nero's throwing to his left, gets the completion, and fighting for a first down out of the 32. And the Knights pick up 8 on a big 4th down conversion. On the catch by Purcell, his second catch tonight. First one went for a touchdown. This one for a big first down, a pickup of 8.
Great call, quick wide receiver screen, great blocking too down the field. But I'll tell you, that spin move that Purcell had, I think bought him the extra couple of yards and got him the first down. Again, great delivery, nice kick out block right there. But look at that spin move. Fighting for an extra 5-6 yards, big time play.
From the 33, Nero's almost tripped. Now will throw, and it's knocked away. Jacob Anderson on the pass breakup. Had a man open, but underthrew him a little bit. A nice play on the ball by the junior Anderson. And it's second down.
Yeah, nice job too, just to stay on his feet that time was Nero's. But I'll tell you, he had his guy open down the field in Forsberg. Tried to do a touch pass. If you're going to do a touch pass that kind of floats in the air like that, John, it's got to be long. You can't have it be short. And nearly one-handed interception.
Second down and 10. Pitch to Bennett. And not much doing there on. It'll be third down.
Yeah, there's Mason South too, getting good push there. Just not a lot of space to run, especially on the perimeter against a fast defense.
3rd and 10 for the Knights. 5.5 minutes to play, first half. Maple Grove leading St. Michael-Albertville 14-7.
When you got to think here, you know, the way that the Knights have gone for it on 4th down, you don't need to get it all. Just get some positive yards here.
Handoff. Purcell picking a hole, or Kiefer rather. And a good pickup on 3rd down, and Ryan picks up 7. So now you got a manageable 4th down here, between 3 and 4 yards to go.
Yep, smart play call. Why try a deep pass that isn't going to be, has a very low probability of being successful? You run it right up the middle, power formation out of the eye. And I'll tell you, Kiefer runs hard.
4th and 3 from the 26. Nero's hand off and down to the 17-yard line, and it's a first down. It's Max Kiefer, the senior. Another good hard run, and picks up the first down. Pick up a 4.
Yep, double tight end. They also brought Forsberg over to that right side. I formation again, just power football. And that's really the most success they've had running the football is in that formation. And Kiefer again running so hard. They're 3 for 3, I believe, so far on 4th down conversions here in this game. I'll tell you, that's a confidence boost for an offense, too, when you can do that.
Pitch. Bennett inside the 20. He'll pick up a good 4, close to 5 yards on first down.
Next ball carrier number 20, Derrick Bennett, brought down by the Crimson number 33, Keith Reddick, and 22, Tate Cook.
I do think this Knights offensive line, they're big and physical. And, you know, no one's really been effective at running the football all game long and sustaining it against this defense. But you got to wonder with the size they have, the physicality, if they can't just lean on Maple Grove and slowly maybe wear them down up front.
Maple Grove will use its 3rd and final timeout here.
That's one thing I like about Coach Lombardi is he's not afraid to use timeouts. If he doesn't feel like they're in the right call, if he feels like his defense is missing something and they're not seeing something, he's not afraid to utilize it. I think recognizing this is a big drive, and also seeing that the Knights are having success running the football, so maybe wanted to just make sure his defense was aligned the right way, make sure they're in the right plays.
Ball is at the 18-yard line of Maple Grove. A second down and 6 yards coming for STMA.
I always like to out of a timeout like that. Defense is talking, Coach Lombardi's talking about stopping the run. This is where I go play action or something, a reverse, a screen, something a little bit different. See if you can't catch the Crimson off guard here coming out of that timeout. You see Purcell up at the top of our screen, one-on-one there.
Garros is going to hand off, and it's Kiefer down to the 11-yard line. That'll be another first down for STMA on a gain of 7.
Yeah, great run by Kiefer. He actually got away with jumping there a little bit in the backfield. He twitched. You see the Maple Grove sideline was trying to get the referee to notice it. Not called, but a great run. Again, that power formation running the football.
First and 10 from the 11-yard line of Maple Grove.
It's been an impressive drive here by the Knights.
They're going to stick with the running game. It's been working the last several plays. They give to Bennett. And he stood up. He gets inside the 10 to the 9, maybe the 8. Second down and long.
Yeah, and it always gets a little trickier when you get to the red zone. That field shrinks a little bit. There's a lot less space, especially, you're allowed maybe another defensive back or safety kind of can creep down in that box. Running the football can be tricky here at this part of the field.
And off to Bennett again. It's a couple more yards down to the 6, setting up a 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, nice push there. Josiah Atkinson, big number 94, got a good push. And Mason South, that time going north and south, getting up the field too. Good penetration. Keep in mind, they can get a first down without scoring here, John. They can get down to right about the 1, maybe just within the 1-yard line to pick up a first down.
They mark them back at the 7, so this is actually a 3rd and 6 now instead of 3rd and 5.
There's that power formation again.
And they give the keeper, and he got to the 5, but that's it. It'll be 4th and 3 to 4 yards to go for STMA on 4th down here. Scanson, the last one off the pile, but as usual, there are a lot of maroon crimson shirts around the tackler, and it's 4th down play coming.
Yeah, I'm surprised they've gone for it on 4th down, at all parts of the field here. In 4th and 4 here near the goal line, they're going to settle here for a field goal.
Three-down kick is up and through. by Riley Purcell. 3 points for the Knights to make it 14-10. I think probably the right decision there. They had trouble on the ground the last couple of plays there, and you come away with something.
You come away with points, and you're also saying to your defense, hey, we trust you guys. You guys have been solid all year, and for the most part done a really nice job in this game. Let's take the 3 points here and play positional football.
Purcell's accounted for all 10 points by himself.
Yeah, he's got to share the rock a little bit. Yeah, not too many guys are great receivers, make big plays, and then they're also great kickers. He kind of does it all here for the Knights team.
Makes it 14-10 with 1:31 to go. Ryan will head down to the sideline. We'll hear from both coaches at halftime tonight. Regular season ends Wednesday night. St. Michael-Albertville will be on the road again at Eastridge. Maple Grove on the road at Moundsview Wednesday night. Short kick again. Handled by Allback at the 30-yard line. Gets out to about the 40. We're going short again. And Maple Grove with pretty good field position. They'll have it first down and 10. 1:25 to go. Leading 14-10. They are out of timeouts. Kilzer passing tonight, 3 out of 4 for 61 yards. He's also run for 53 yards and a touchdown on 5 carries. Good night for the junior. He's up under center with 4 receivers bunched to the left. They go quick to Jameson on the throw. Got a lot of space. First down and more. And out of bounds at the STMA 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 yards on the quick throw and run.
Jameson with
20 yards after the catch on the run by Jameson after the pass reception. His second catch tonight. And he stops the clock.
Do you know who's filming halftime?
With 1:18 to go.
Roger on the handheld. Where is it? Oh, right here? Where is it?
Receivers this time to the top of your screen. Kilzer on the keeper. It's got a seam to the 30-yard line, out to the 25-yard line. There's 19 more for the Crimson. 16 on the first play on the pass to Jameson. 19 on the run here by Jacob Kilzer. First down and 10 at the 24 of STMA. Did not take Maple Grove long to get into scoring position. 2 plays and still 1:12 left on the clock. And they'll put the 4 receivers to the right, to the upper part of your screen. Punched a little differently this time, and now STMA I think is going to take time out and discuss what's happening on Maple Grove's offense and try to make some adjustments on the fly here. 14-10 Maple Grove lead late in the first half tonight at Maple Grove High School. Hope you've enjoyed tonight's telecast so far. Regular season coverage of high school football will end next Wednesday night. Cooper and Benilde St. Margaret's matched up that night. Been a good season so far for the Hawks. We'll see the Red Knights and Cooper Wednesday at 7 o'clock live here on CCX1. Again, 1:12 to go. First and 10 for Maple Grove. They start this set of downs from the 24 of STMA. Kilzer, quick throw, gets the completion. Devin Hornbacher. And did not hang on. It's an incompletion. Second down, 10.
29, Devin Hornbacher. Broken up by the Knights, number 24, Jake Springer.
Stops the clock. Second down and 10, Maple Grove. Kills her, roll out, now hand off to Jameson. He's got some room inside the 20, but STMA recovering nicely and able to make the stop. Bennett coming up on the stop along with Brooks O'Brien. That could have been a big gainer, but Maple Grove STMA recovers nicely. Gain of 6, it's third down and 4. Clock running with under 40 seconds to play. Kills her out of the shotgun.
Timeout on the field.
St. Michael uses its second timeout, stopping the clock with 33 seconds to go. Line of scrimmage, the 18 of STMA. Two receivers to the left, 3 to the right for Kilser and Maple Grove on third down and 4. STMA with 1 timeout remaining. Kilter has time, fires, deflected and incomplete. Bennett on the coverage, defending Jameson, and well played by Jared Bennett. He's been all over the field in offense and defense. And it'll be a field goal try here for Maple Grove. Connor Fournier, who missed one earlier, had an extra point blocked, will try to boot this one through from 35 yards out. And the Knights will use their final timeout.
Their third and final charge timeout of the first half.
Maple Grove trying to get back up by a touchdown. We almost saw a 49-yarder from Fournier a week ago that bounced off the crossbar and came up just short. Well, he definitely has the leg to knock one through from 35 here. Snaps down. Kick is up. Get a lot on it, but certainly enough. And got it over. And it's in. And 3 on the board for Maple Grove to make it 17-10.
Holder number 40, James Rosso, the kick is good.
Look at it again. Just inside the upright to make it a one-score game again. Last regular season home game for a lot of these seniors, or for all of these seniors, a lot of these players, I was saying. They figured to get at least one home game, perhaps more, in the playoffs. Ben Jameson on the kickoff. Squib it down. It'll be handled at the 15-yard line. And returned out to the 29-yard line. A return of 14 yards. And 17 seconds left for STMA. They're out of timeouts.
Returning to the night, number 22, Cardi Bulldog, brought down by a pile of crimson.
It looks like they're not going to take any chances here. Get the victory formation to end the half. Neros presumably is going to kneel down here. He will, and that will be the end of the first half. So we go to halftime. Maple Grove on top of St. Michael-Albertville by a score of 17-10.
Crimson leading the Knights.
Knights getting 3 points there in the second quarter, and Maple Grove 11 to go ahead by a touchdown. The Crimson look for their 6th win of the season at 5-1 right now. STMA coming in to tonight's play 4-2. Down to the field we go. Ryan Iverson standing by with Jared Essler.
Hey, Coach, 17-10 on the road against Maple Grove. What did you think there of the first half?
Each team had a mistake on the punt return, and that's how we scored. That's how they scored. So, we got to clean that up, make sure we take care of the football, and we got to block a little bit better. Right now we're not sustaining blocks, and they're making some plays, and see if we can't hit another play-action pass, loosen them up.
I was going to say, so you were really successful going for it on 4th down. Was that kind of a message to your offense? Like, hey, we believe in you, trying to set that tone?
Yeah, we want to be aggressive, and we feel pretty good about our players up front. And, hopefully we can get in those short yardage situations, and we always will go for it. And if it's, 4th and less than 2 or 3.
Defensively against them, anything you want to see different in the second half?
Yeah, we got to try to contain 3 a little bit better, stay in our rush lanes and inside-out pursuit and have the secondary come in on the back end. But, they're a good team, and that's what happens when you play good teams, and we just got to make sure we go back to some basic fundamentals and be solid.
Thanks, Jared. Good luck in the second half. All right, back to you, JJ.
Thanks, Ryan. We'll hear from Coach Matt Lombardi before the start of the second half.
Worried about your friend, but don't know how to reach out?
You could say, how are you, or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat with them in VR, it's all good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health.
Whatever gets you talking.
Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
St. Michael-Albertville 17, or 10 rather, Maple Grove 17, St. Michael-Albertville 10 as we start our halftime at Maple Grove High School. Crimson up on the Knights by a touchdown. So look at halftime highlights. Opening half of play here is Maple Grove able to get on the board first. Derrick Jameson on a 10-yard run gets into the end zone. Extra point was blocked, and it was 6-0 Maple Grove. And STMA comes back on the very next offensive play. Owen Neros throwing Riley Purcell 60 yards on a touchdown. They made the extra point, and the Knights were in front by a score of 7-6. Maple Grove some problems in the kicking game. The extra point was blocked. The field goal missed there. But they get back to work on offense. Jacob Kilzer on the keeper. Nice move there at the 10-yard line. He gets in for a 28-yard touchdown run.
Look at that footwork.
Goes for the Crimson go for the 2-point conversion and convert and go ahead by a score of 14-7. As you look at it again, Pete Volkel, the little pitch. Sawyer Scanson able to get to the end zone, hang on to the football, reaches out, gets to the pylon for the score. STMA does get a successful field goal to make it 14-10 on the kick by Riley Purcell.
That was a great kick. Great end of the half drive there, execution by the Crimson.
And Connor Fournier adding a field goal to make it 17-10. Crimson rushing yards in favor of Maple Grove, 117-53. They also have a slight edge in passing yards. Total yards, 194 to 121 in favor of Maple Grove. The edge on first downs as well.
Yeah, you see STMA with 53 rushing yards. Remember, they averaged 235, so well below what they're normally doing. You could tell Coach Essler, I talked to him off camera. I said, what are you thinking? He said, we got to block better. So I think they're going to establish that run and try to set up maybe another big play in the passing game.
17-10 the score. Crimson leading tonight. Ryan will have a second half interview with Matt Lombardi as we continue with more coverage from Maple Grove High School after this. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Maple Grove leads STMA 17-10 at halftime. Ryan Iverson down on the field with Matt Lombardi.
Thanks, John. Coach, you and I were just talking, kind of a crazy half. What'd you think?
That was a fun half of football. Boy, it was helter-skelter on both sides a little bit, but that's what happens when you get 2 teams that I think come late in the season, I think will be alive, and I think you get that, it's going to be a competitive fight.
You guys both like to run the football, establish that, but you both hit some pretty big plays in the passing game as well.
Yeah, they do a great job of that. Their game earlier in the year against Centennial, that's how they beat them with 2 big passes, and I believe, and I got a good young quarterback that I think can make a difference, and so those are 2 good teams out there trying to make plays.
Well, it make a difference. He had a heck of a run there for the touchdown, but how big was that field goal right before halftime there?
I think it was big after a score to get out there and kind of get some yards down there, and we got to we're still a little bit wide-eyed. It's crazy, like in terms of like catching the ball and doing things and making drops and fumbling when we have 12 seconds to pick it up and things like that. That's the fun of football, and that's what makes high school so special is these kids having to deal with all those emotions. It's awesome.
Something tells me you might have had something to do with Derrick Jameson out here working on catching punts here at halftime.
Well, I got to get his confidence up. He's a special player, and I'll go to the wall with that guy any day of the week.
Awesome. Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach. All right, back to you, John.
All right, thanks to both coaches. The powder is out here in the student section, filtering its way across the field and in front of the press box, and it looks like a fog out on the field right now. 7th game of the regular season. Maple Grove looking for win number 6. St. Michael-Albertville trying to improve to 5-2 on the season. And that won't come out easily tonight for those kids. Let's go to break. We'll come back. Second half action on CCX from Maple Grove after this.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Highlights from 2 of the Maple Grove TV wins on CCX so far this fall. Opening night against Osseo, last week against Wayzata. Trying to make it 3 for 3 on CCX1. First time I've ever heard a baby powder announcement by the public address announcer. They got to knock it off so they can start the second half.
Well, it started to look like a blizzard out there. And, of course, the wind is blowing, from the Maple Grove section out to the field. You can see it's still floating there. I smell clean. That was a good thing. I had to walk right through it. Hey, you see this pop up more and more. I'm not quite sure what the obsession with the baby powder is.
Top 10 rankings in Class 6A coming into this week. Maple Grove is creeping up the list. Number 3 behind Lakeville South, who won last night against Shakopee.
Close one, though.
Yeah, it was. Eden Prairie at number 2, then Maple Grove, Stillwater, Centennial number 5. Then it's Shakopee, Minnetonka, Woodbury, Wayzata, and STMA at number 10.
Yeah, people still just have a hard time giving Centennial their due, even though they played St. Michael-Albertville really close. They were the Knights able to get a late win there, and then of course beating Wayzata and Maple Grove. Those are all really good teams.
Yeah, and their other loss was season opener 7-0 to Stillwater.
Yep.
So good team for the Cougars. Maple Grove will receive the opening kickoff here in the second half.
Good news is that student section, when they go home, their parents are going to know they were definitely at the football game. They'll be covered in that baby powder.
I got a quick story I got to share with you about that before it gets away from me on a short line drive kickoff. This is going to go out of bounds and give Maple Grove great field position. And there was a guy I worked with in radio years ago when I was up in Crookston, and he knew there were kids that didn't go to the game but told their parents they were going to the game. So the kids would call in to find out what the final score of the game was. He would give them the wrong score on purpose. So presumably some of them went home.
It was 86-4.
Who were listening to the game on the radio would know you weren't at the game.
Well, it'll be interesting to see here, adjustment-wise, what both coaches saw, what they liked, and what they're going to try to change. I thought, I said that to Coach Lombardi there at half, John. I thought that drive right before half, getting that long field goal too, they had struggled with an extra point and a field goal earlier, and that wasn't a short kick either, so that was a big momentum gainer.
There, Jameson trying to run it outside, gets to the 40-yard line on the first run of the second half, pushed out of bounds by Jarrett Bennett. A gain of 5 for Jameson, 8 carries, 41 yards, and a touchdown tonight. Also 2 catches for 19 yards.
Yeah, and it didn't look like there was anything there. That was just a foot race to the edge, and he won it. Didn't get big yards, but you get 4 or 5 yards there on first down. You get a feeling both of these teams they're going to continue, obviously, to try to run the football, but they have some counters, some plays down the field, maybe some trick plays, big passing plays, knowing that they're going to need that to be able to score against either defense.
Kilzer will pitch it behind Jameson, and Kilzer gets back on top of it, back at the 25. Boy, it's a break for Maple Grove.
Yep.
That seemed like that was going to go for a turnover, and Kilzer pitch to behind his back, gets back on top of it, ahead of the 2 Knights defenders.
And we talked about it last week, John. That's a hard pitch when you're right-handed going to the left like that. It's a hard play to execute. And unfortunate for the Crimson, if they would have executed, it would have gone for some good yards. But Kilzer heads up enough to get on it and recover it.
It's a loss of 15, though. Now it's 3rd and 20, back of the 25. Kilzer's got time, now runs out of time, flushed out of the pocket. Across the line of scrimmage, has to run it at this point, and he'll get 10 of the 20 back, getting it back out to the 35. But STMA, with the big play, is able to make the stop on Kilzer, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, he had the time there, and then does a nice job eluding Underwood, who got in the backfield. good coverage down the field, nowhere to go with the ball, and Kilzer just says, hey, I'm going to get some positive yards here, and we'll live to fight another series. Exactly what you needed for the Knights defensively here. Get a stop, get the ball back, hopefully in pretty good field position.
Longman back to receive. The Sam Peters punt just got it away. And it'll roll down to the 30-yard line where Maple Grove will down it. 35-yard kick with no return.
And that time Longman did a nice job. That was a similar punt where he tried to come up and receive a hard catch. That time realizing he didn't want to put himself in that situation, let it go. And that's hard because when you're a punt returner, you want to make a play. You want to spark your team, but you got to make smart decisions. That was a smart decision.
First Knights possession here in the second half. Handoff will go to Kiefer, and he gets to the 32-yard line. He had to fight for those 2 yards.
Yeah, and I don't know what his final numbers are or what they'll end up being, but I can tell you he runs hard every single time he touches the ball. He gets those legs chopping, and he's maximizing every opportunity, no question about it.
9 carries, 36 yards so far.
Yep. You know, and the Knights have that kind of that nice backfield where they got different combinations. They got speed, they got power. They've run a lot of this power formation with double tight ends and an I formation. Well, they going for Purcell.
Going to throw. Purcell again. Powers back in coverage and able to get a hand in there and break it up. Powers an interception last week. Gets a hand in front of Riley Purcell at the last second, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, and the difference was that one a little underthrown. Purcell had a step. If that ball's about 3 more yards in the air, that might have gone for another big play. Just a tad bit underthrown. Nice job. Powers able to get that hand without having contact either.
3rd down and 8 for STMA.
Well, that was Coach Essler talking about big plays in the passing game. They took a big chance there. Out of a running formation, too, so they had the right call.
Neros fires across the middle. It's got his receiver, Longman. He's very close. Looks like they're going to mark him for the first down.
Wow. That's the second marking that's kind of been a little questionable in this game. It looked like if he would have just turned it upfield, he would have easily got the first down. It looked like he, right there, if he just goes up the field, instead he kind of comes back. Yeah, he's right around that 40. Right there he was, but it wasn't forward progress because he made a move. So a questionable spot, but they get the first down. Nice throw, too, by Neros.
1st and 10 from the 40. Nice run up the middle. It's Kiefer into Maple Grove territory. Picks up 16 yards to the Crimson 44. His longest run tonight.
And just a simple little trap. Nice kick out by the left guard there. And Kiefer, you can see the pull. Nice job pulling right there by big number 60, Sean Scripp. Kicks out the defensive tackle and just a quick hitter up the middle.
Jacob Anderson on the tackle. 1st down and 10 from the 44. Give to Bennett. He's got good room inside to the 38-yard line. He picks up 6 yards, maybe closer to 7. 2nd down and short for the Knights.
They've had pretty good success between the tackles. Just quick hitters, that time out of the I formation. And Bennett just right up the middle behind his fullback. And again, when you have multiple running backs that you give pretty much equal carries to, you keep them all fresh too. That's something to watch as the game progresses. They're both going to be fresh.
2nd and 4.
Oh,
Ball is out. Maple Grove says they have it. As every defense always says that. We'll see. It looks like it's STMA keeping the ball. It wasn't handled cleanly at all, trying to get it. Atkinson had a good shot at it, as you could see. Neros
God, great effort by Neros to recover that. It looked like there was a mix-up. You don't know if the running back went the wrong way or if Neros turned the wrong way, but heck of a job getting on that. There's about 3 or 4 Crimson defenders right there, and he somehow came out with it.
Makes a 3rd and 7, though, after the loss of 3. Keep it on the ground. Bennett hit a wall, is able to surge forward for a couple of yards, but it will be 4th down. J.C. Zell among those on the stop. 4th down for the Knights from the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 34.
Well, they've shown the ability here to and the want to go for it about this same down and distance. 4th and 4, right around midfield. Been pretty successful too here tonight doing it. Won't be surprised to see Trapp right up the middle.
Neros, quick drop, gets the completion. Longvin breaks the tackle. It's got a 1st down down to the 30-yard line before he spun out of bounds by Kiers Breivik. But a 1st down for STMA and a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, and right there, that's not an easy catch, and it did a nice job avoiding that contact. A rare missed tackle in space for the Crimson. With great footwork, making a guy miss and getting enough for the 1st down. Another 4th down conversion for the Knights, John.
That's a big one against them.
They should approach every play like it's 4th down. They've been unstoppable at 4th down.
1st and 10 from the 30. And off to Bennett. Into the middle for 3 yards down to the 27-yard line.
The key is they're not having negative plays, right? They're not getting huge chunks of yardage, but they're not going backwards. They're not in that 2nd and 14. There's no sacks, no negative plays. So they keep putting themselves in these reasonable, short down situations and allow them to sustain these drives.
Under 6 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Knights trailing by a touchdown, but on the move here. Play action. Throw to the end zone and incomplete. Powers on the coverage and through the hands of Purcell and incomplete.
Man, I thought he had just enough separation there to make that play. Powers, a nice job getting that left hand in there. Watch him get his arm in. Getting a full backfield, going for the shot down the field. Right there, separation, but look at that left arm, just bat it down. I'll tell you what else Powers did. You see us get his head around, too. So many defensive backs, they don't see the ball. If you can get your head around, at least you can make an effort at denying that ball. That was really well covered. And again, maybe it's just another half a yard on that throw would have been a touchdown.
3rd and 7. Neros will hand off. We have another 4th down play coming for the Knights. Run inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Atkinson on the tackle for Maple Grove. 4th down, and again another 4 yards to go.
Well, keep in mind, Riley Purcell is the kicker. He's a very good kicker, has the leg at this distance as well, but
4th and 4 for the Knights.
Recognizing they got a good drive going here, trying to keep it alive.
Max Kiefer, the back behind Neros on 4th and 4 for STMA. Neros throwing the fade again down the right side, incomplete.
Oh, flag caught. Late flag came in there from the sideline.
Powers on the coverage of Purcell, and it looks like this time they're going to get a penalty on Maple Grove. The Powers are talking about it.
Wow.
1st down for STMA.
How about the call? 4th and short, going for a deep one down the sideline. I love the confidence. It looked like it was pretty good coverage. See, ball goes up again, going to Purcell.
Yeah, I don't know where the interference is there.
I mean, you can see both their arms tangled a little bit.
He's got the right arm extended a little bit. I'm sure that's what drew the flag. So a first down for STMA and a run inside the 10. A good gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Another hard run by Max Kiefer, a 5'11", 190-pound senior running back. Gets 5, maybe 6 yards here.
He runs like he's about 220 pounds, too. He runs like he's pretty solid. The hard yards, too, every time, but 6 yards on first down.
Second down from the 6. This is Bennett into the end zone, touchdown. And STMA a point away from tying it up.
Well, that was just a really, really nice drive and response by the Knights, and well blocked. Coach Esther said we need to block better. His guys up front certainly listened to him, and they blocked really well. The majority of that coming on the ground. Again, right between the tackles, great kick-out blocks, almost untouched into the end zone.
Riley Purcell for the extra point. Snap a little bit high. Kick is up, and it is through, and we are all tied up. Sheridan Bennett with the touchdown.
6th rushing touchdown of the year. Yeah, watch right there. It almost looked like I couldn't tell who that was coming on the outside, but just got kicked out. And then look at the hole here up front. Watch the big guys up front. Nice cutback, too.
I think that was Anderson that was coming off the edge, and a good little chip block.
And it doesn't take much, right? You just get in their way slightly, and it allows enough time, and Bennett got full steam ahead and able to punch it in. Coach Lombardi, I think, still talking and asking about that pass interference call on 4th down. Wonder what the record is, John, for the most 4th down conversions in a game, because STMA, they've been potent tonight on 4th down, and it's not like it's 4th and inches either. It's been 4th and 3, 4th and 4, a significant amount of time in this game.
They haven't missed one, right?
No.
Coons here on the kickoff. Line drive this one, and it'll be taken at the 10-yard line. This is Anderson on the return of the 25 to the 30 and out to the 32. Jacob Anderson gets Maple Grove out to their 32-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, and now a tie ball game.
Yep. What a fun game. I think a couple of mistakes, obviously the drop punts, but for the most part, both teams, I think, playing at a really high level, physical game, good tackling. Some exciting players in this play, making plays too. It's been a fun game.
Anderson in motion. Kills are dropping back on first down and spun away from traffic. Looking downfield. Now throws on the run and incomplete. Newell, the intended receiver. Coverage by Josh Segler.
Well, Kills are showing his athleticism. Had time initially, avoided the rush, and that's always one of those as a coach or as a fan when you think of Brett Favre back in the Vikings throwing it kind of across your body, running to the left, throwing back right. Almost got it in there, still showing off his arm strength. Well covered.
Second and 10 from the 32. Give us to Jameson. Nice hole up the middle. He's got some room to midfield and brought down at the 35-yard line of STMA. Pickup of 32 yards.
Yeah, just showing the vision. That play going to the left. Look at the cutback all the way to the right. And he's just one of those players, John, where you kind of feel the collective breath of the crowd every time he gets in the open field, like he might take it all the way, and just showing off some great speed.
Bennett saves a touchdown with that tackle.
Great tackle too. He's not easy to tackle in space like that.
First and 10, Maple Grove from the 37 of STMA. Jameson will get the call again. This time only 2 yards to the 35.
He's just one of those kids too, John. You got to find ways to keep getting him the ball, because he might have a few runs like that where it's only 2 or 3 yards, but you just feel like every time there's a chance he might break it for that huge gain. You know, and don't forget too, Kilzer on one of these was going to keep that and end up running the football too.
Now split out, it's a receiver to the right. Allbeck in the backfield. Jameson coming in motion. They'll hand off to Allbeck, and STMA has seen that on film, and Xavier Peltoma makes the tackle, and a tackle for loss on it. The guy is the starting center on offense. He'll play at Minnesota Duluth next year along with Jared Bennett. And a good defensive play. It's 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and you don't want to run into him if you're a running back. 6'3", 295, and he gets those arms on you. You are not going forward anymore. Big physical guy. And he ate up a bunch of space there right in the middle of the defense.
3rd and 8 from the STMA 35 in a tie ball game. Kilzer hands off to Jameson late. And a gain of only a yard or so. Kind of a slow developing play. Bitzer in on the stop for the Knights along with Peltoma again.
Well, they ran
4th down.
Yeah, they ran that at the end of the first half on that drive too. It's kind of like all the action going to the left. They're trying to take advantage of STMA's good pursuit. They're assuming they might over pursue, and you'll get Jameson coming back across the field. But a nice job by the Knights staying home. They were ready for that one.
Maple Grove will go for it here. 4th down and 6 from the 34-yard line. Empty backfield. Kilzer in the shotgun, standing back at the 39. Has time. Fires over the middle and gets the completion down to the 18-yard line. Sam Peters with the catch. The junior tight end, and it's a big play for Maple Grove.
Well, that's where having that 6'5" frame to throw to. Big target, but a nice job by Kilzer. Set his feet, no pressure, and really well covered too. Logan Jan's right there on the play, but he put it in a perfect spot. That's where you tell Sam Peters, use that body, go get it. I'll tell you, if you can give Kilzer that amount of time to kind of see the field, set his feet, and deliver a strike. And then Maple Grove getting a case of 4th down-itis here where they convert always on 4th down.
First catch of the night for Peters, just the 4th on the season. Kilzer keeping, 2nd effort, and 3rd gets him down to the 11-yard line and picks up 7 yards.
I'll tell you, just the threat of that quarterback sneak, when you can get 8-9 yards on 1st down with a quarterback sneak, it forces those linebackers and D tackles to have to cover that part. See, just a good push, and he doesn't run like most quarterbacks. He's built almost like a solid fullback or tailback, got good power.
2nd and 3, Maple Grove on the move here from the 11 of STMA, trying to go back out in front late in the 3rd quarter. Mason South in the backfield. He's the lead back. Jameson gets the carry. He's inside the 5. It's 1st and goal for the Crimson. A pickup of 7 for Derrick Jameson.
Yeah, that time they put 3 guys in the backfield, and you alluded to a Mason South, big number 45. You'll see a lot of him as defensive line. That time he got a nice kick out. Jameson read it beautifully. 1st down and goal here from the 4.
And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, a loss in the offseason for Maple Grove on one of their youth football founders, Dave Malenke, passed away after a short and sudden illness at the age of 58. I had a chance to talk with Coach Lombardi about Dave Malenke and his legacy at a recent practice.
The best word to describe Dave is he just was selfless. I've never seen a man who would do more for less attention than Dave Malenke, and I've learned great lessons from him because he truly, when people say they're men of service, he was a man of service, and the things he did for our program without ever even getting acknowledged were staggering, and these kids feel the impact of him because he was around during a lot of their upbringing.
There's now Dave Malenke's football scholarship. He was on the board of the directors for youth football and Coach Lombardi saying, just a selfless guy. And
Yep.
I know you knew guys like that growing up in Eden Prairie, right? That they didn't do it for the glory, they just did it for the kids and coached guys all the way up. And Dave Malenke, a big loss for this Maple Grove football community.
It is, and you don't get paid, by the hour. You just spend hundreds and hundreds of hours because you care about kids. You care about making an impact. And, coaches, obviously you want to win every game. You want to win state championships, but you can have such a positive impact on so many kids if you do it the right way, and he certainly did and impacted a lot of kids in a great way. Sad loss for Maple Grove football.
Start of the fourth quarter, first down and goal. Kilzer on the keeper. He won't get to the end zone, driven back by the Knights. It'll be second down and goal from the 2.
Yeah, got a couple yards. They're going to give forward progress there.
Quarterback keeper brought down by the Knights, number 90.
So you got two backs, really, that you got to really defend, and Kilzer as a quarterback, and, of course, Jameson, too.
Second and goal.
You can see St. Michael-Albertville putting 2 guys right in the A gap there, trying to take advantage of their size up front and maybe eliminate that quarterback sneak.
Kilzer
Nice.
and they're not going to allow him anything. Brooks O'Brien, number 90, going to stop on Bartell.
Yep, Bartle in there. And you can see he had to go to the right to another gap because those A gaps were taken up, and it cost him a little bit of time doing that and allowed a good push by the Knights defense.
Third down and goal from the 2.
Don't be surprised to see some type of fake up the middle and trying to maybe get to the outside, maybe get Jameson on a sweep or that option play getting to the outside.
Beck, the fullback. He will pitch it to Jameson, cuts it back inside and gets the touchdown.
He lost that ball, John. Yeah, nice play call. Again, trying to get him to the outside and well defended. Just a great cutback to his left. And I thought he was going to go down. He just kind of kept that leg churning, able to contort his body, get across the line. He lost the ball, but I think it might have came after he had crossed the goal line.
Bernier for the extra point. Down and is blocked. The second block of an extra point tonight for STMA, and it remains 23-17 Maple Grove.
Yeah, Evan Fieldick came right up the middle with that block. There's the toss sweep, nice kick out right there. Great job. Yeah, he was definitely across the line when by the time you can see the ball come out, but he's a good foot or two past that goal line right there.
Jameson with his second touchdown tonight, and Maple Grove by 6, not 7.
We got to broadcast a game in one of those outfits sometime. I think that's the rule. At least you do.
Right. Well, which one? Pick one for me.
I want you going as the green dinosaur right there, or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, another great atmosphere out here at halftime. I mean, the students excited. Just super, super Friday night football. Yeah, I can't decide what's those extra points. If it almost looks like the snap is a little slow, and STMA getting such a good push right up the middle. Sometimes you'll see it coming from the perimeter, but they're coming right up the middle and block the second one here.
Jameson with his best kickoff of the night. Well, no, it's not. It goes out of bounds. I thought it was going to get to the end zone. Instead, it went out at about the 4. So STMA will get it at the 35. Drove it the deepest, but went out of bounds. And so the Knights will get good starting position, trailing by 6 here early in the fourth quarter.
Great kick out of bounds. St. Michael take it on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good field position. And see what happens, a lot of times the coaches tell you where they want you to kick and how you want. Probably told him, hey, go for that corner of that end zone, and he was super close. And you end up hooking it just a little bit, and the result is great starting field position for the Knights.
Well, they just need to get it to fourth down, and they'll be okay, right? STMA. On first down, we'll take a good first down run instead. Kiefer out to midfield, and he picks up 15.
Keep in mind, this second half, STMA one possession, marched all the way down the field, scored. And a lot of it just like that, right up the middle. Again, nice kick out by the guard and just power football. And Kiefer just fighting and fighting for every yard. You know, nothing fancy either. Just, you know what we're going to do? Can you stop it?
Kiefer now up to 73 yards on 12 carries. Get on first down. Bennett for a couple of yards to the 47. Atkinson comes up limping a little bit. Looks like he's all right. He'll stay in. Second down and 8 for STMA from the 48 of Maple Grove. 9:40 and counting to go here in the fourth quarter. Knights down by 6.
And you're just seeing a lot of double tight ends and I formations, pretty simple formations, but
Kiefer back in the ball game on second down. They'll go to Bennett again. Big hole up the middle. Just got tripped up, or he would have had a touchdown. Gets to the 40-yard line and picks up a first down on a gain of 8.
And you see Atkinson, 94, again, just got his arm. Watch his right arm. You see him right in the middle of your field. Left arm there, just able to trip him up. If not, there was nothing in front of Bennett. He might have been all the way gone on that one.
A couple of good first down runs here. Now let's drive for STMA now at the 40 of Maple Grove. They'll fake the handoff. Deep throw by Nero's, too far this time and incomplete. Trying to go to Purcell. It's closer to Powers, the defender on this one. And second down.
Yeah, and if I'm a cornerback for Maple Grove, I'm not worried about a short throw or a quick slant or anything. I'm just worried about getting depth and not letting Riley Purcell get behind me. All the shots they've taken in the passing game all have been to him, and they've all been bombs like that. So you just got to make sure you don't allow him to get behind you.
Forsberg, a receiver coming in motion. And the handoff to Bennett, and he is dropped for no gain.
It looked like an unbalanced formation. All the power over to the right side of the line of scrimmage, trying to get an extra blocker advantage. And there you see Atkinson really stepping up here in the second half. He's been the guy making a lot of those tackles. Limping too, so you know he's playing through a little bit of pain too.
Third down and 9 from the 39.
And you can see all the power on the left side of the line of scrimmage here. Only 2 offensive linemen.
And off and turned sideways hard by Kiefer. Atkinson and his teammates fired up.
Atkinson, Anderson came up and delivered a blow. And that young man right there is having a heck of a series. Boom, and then that's what you want. You want your defensive lineman to slow him down, and you need that linebacking core on secondary to come and finish it off. And to tackle Kiefer, you got to bring 2 or 3 guys and make sure he doesn't keep that pile moving forward.
4th and 8. STMA looks like they will punt it here. Bolduc back in punt formation. No fake. He'll kick it away.
Oh, good bounce.
Short kick. It gets a great bounce and will be down at the 10-yard line. So they'll make Maple Grove work for it on offense. Crimson leading by 6. Just under 7.5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Been a good football game tonight here on CCX at Maple Grove High School. I went to check my phone a moment ago. Right here, look at
baby powder all over it.
Baby powder, right on. It sifted through the open window from right after halftime.
It's still floating in the air. You can see it. Not sure what they're chanting, but they're definitely into the game, John.
Well, this time for Maple Grove, it's all about ball security, right? You don't want to turn it over. Jameson, he had a big run last time in the second half against Wayzata. He's got another big one here. He goes for over 40, and Bennett saves a touchdown. 42 yards for Derrick Jameson, who went off on an 84-yard run a week ago. Gets half of that here. Maple Grove will take it. They're in SDMA territory.
Well, he's just a game changer. Remember last week it was 3-0 at halftime, and then he came out and exploded. And doesn't look like there's much there. He just cuts it up the field, and he's got that great speed.
He got a great block from Albeck on the edge that helps bring him.
And Bennett, for the second time, maybe making a touchdown-saving tackle, showing his speed as well.
First and 10 at the STMA 48. A lot of breathing room for Maple Grove now. We'll give to Jameson again. Down on the 45 of the 43, he'll pick up 5.
And if nothing else, John, they got breathing room here, and if they aren't able to score, they at least change field position, and you're going to see them too with 6 minutes, 36 seconds left. They're going to start running that play clock down to under 5 seconds on every play. STMA's offense is built to sustain drives with runs, right? 5, 6, 7 yards a pop. They're not built to necessarily go 90 yards through the air in a short amount of time. So he plays smart football here.
Jameson, 15 carries, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Second down. Here's Jameson. He's in the open, and this time he'll score. From 44 yards out. And Maple Grove leads 29-17.
Well, I'll tell you what. Derrick Jameson, huge run. He gets a touchdown, but I think it was number 66, Hunter Gerber, who absolutely demolished someone in the block there. What a response. 3 plays, 3 rushes for that young man. He goes the whole length of the field there.
We'll try an extra point, which hasn't always been successful tonight.
I guess TMA jumped a little early there. Yeah, you deserve some water after that effort.
It is on STMA. It's half the distance, and now at the 1.5, Maple Grove will go for 2.
Yep, that's big. That's big because keep in mind they've struggled with their extra points and field goals. Now you get that extra 1.5 yards. And with that young man in the backfield, they also got Kilzer too, a big body. Got to think that one of those two is going to keep this football.
South in it as well. He's on the left edge there. The give to Jameson, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion.
That time just showing his slipperiness. You see him kind of turn his body sideways to get through. Not much of a hole. Nice kick out on the perimeter and slithered back to his right, able to sneak across. Here's a look at the touchdown run. Watch this block. Oh, it wasn't 66. I can't quite see who that was. If that was Petrie, maybe, number 70. That was an unbelievable block. Here we'll get a good look of it. Yeah, number 70, Petrie. Watch him. That's what
2 guys.
We call that a pancake. When you hit someone and their feet go up in the air. We used to give out stars in high school football. If you pancake someone, you got 5 stars. And Zeth Petrie, watch this. Oh, here's the extra point there. Good slippery job. Nice job. And Petrie, Derrick Jameson needs to take Petrie out for Perkins after this game tonight. What a block.
Ben Jameson to kick off. Now a 2-touchdown lead for Maple Grove, 31-17 with 6 minutes to go in the game. And a high kick that'll be handled at the 6-yard line. Cut back up into the middle of the field, and only a return to the 19 by Brett Ruse. One more look at the touchdown on the block.
Yeah, watch
70.
Watch
Petrie.
number 70 here. He's coming to your screen. Watch him. He gets 2 guys here with 1 block. Shoulder, and then look at the hit on that block. I always say, great running backs can obviously make, 5-6 yard gains into longer, but anytime a running back's got 150, 200 yards, he showed me a good offensive line that's blocking for him, and that might have been the best block I've seen this year.
Oh, and Neros and the STMA offense now with work to do with half the quarter left. They're going to have to throw the ball. They go down the sideline, and the ball is... I don't see his signal there.
Yeah, he dropped it. He would have been out of bounds too.
And dropped.
But there is a flag on the play.
Yep, there is definitely a flag out at the 33.
Personal foul, hands to the face, number 1, defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Blow to the head on defense. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Wonder what Coach Lombardi thinks of that call.
Brings it out to the 35 for the Knights. Neros will hand off. And again now to the 39-yard line to pick up a 4. It's Scanson with the tackle of Max Kiefer. 3rd and 6. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, and this is where if you're the Knights, you're starting to look at that clock. You got to get in and out of your plays quickly and try to strike here as quick as possible. Still got all 3 of your timeouts left.
5:20 to go. Clock running on 2nd down and 6. Neros looking left, down the sideline and incomplete. Veilleux down on the coverage. And it's 3rd down.
Veilleux, good speed, and he did a nice job turning his hips, running with the receiver that time. Nowhere to go with that ball.
Pass falls incomplete.
Wouldn't be surprised here to see Max Kiefer up the middle, try to get that first down.
Third down, Scanson, a big rush, able to get the throw away to Kiefer. He's going to end up losing a yard on the play. Bryce Tiber on the tackle, playing both ways this week, both offensive tackle, and coming up there from his linebacker spot to make the tackle. Scanson almost got it, and he's able to get the pass away, but it ends up being for no gain, and now it's 4th down.
Nice job by Tiber there of getting off of the block and still making the play. He had a lineman right in his face, still got off that block, made a nice play, and a physical tackle there at the end of that run.
Tiber at nose tackle there, 50-yard right over the ball, and 4th down and 6 now for STMA. Kind of the ball game for them. Neros throwing deep, trying to go to Purcell, and it's incomplete. Juggle in the air, Powers on the coverage, almost got intercepted by Sam Kleiber, and it's a turnover on downs. Maple Grove holds.
Well, I went from thinking Powers might pick that off to then it almost looked like Purcell might come down with the catch on his back there, but nice job by Kleiber coming over to finish it. Well blocked, good throw. You give your best receiver a chance to make a great play. Almost came down with it. Good coverage. Again, that ball just a little underthrown. I think Purcell's done a great job of getting an extra step on the D-backs. That's where you just got to throw that a couple more yards down the field.
Kilzer going for it all on 1st down, and just a touch long on the pass intended for Anderson. Coverage by Segler, 2nd down.
Yeah, Coach Lombardi's got a great feel after turnovers or turnover on downs. And we saw it last week. They got a turnover off of a punt and then went trick play right away. So he likes to go for the jugular right after a turnover. And nearly got home on that one.
2nd down and 10. Line of scrimmage is the STMA 39. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the 4th quarter. And off to Jameson. And won't get much this time. Unlike some of his runs here on that last drive. He stopped and no gain. Third down and 10.
Nice
O'Brien on the stop.
Yeah, Brooks O'Brien, number 90 there. Great job. He was getting blocked, still managed to go through it and grab Jameson's legs there. Good team tackling.
17 carries, 177 yards, so he's keeping up his 10 yards per carry average that he came in with tonight.
Well, and the thing is, he gets so many big plays, right? You'll see him, he really not huge numbers in that first half, and then he just explodes for 40 and then 60 and 20. I mean, he just gets those huge plays.
Kilzer goes to the air and coming back to make the catch at the 22. Yes, completion to Anderson. And a first down for Maple Grove on a gain of 17.
Well, I'll tell you what, Anderson did something a lot of receivers at this level don't do. He came back to the ball. Instead of waiting for it, it was going to be short. And that's a smart throw by Kilzer. If you overthrow, that could be a pick. If anything, you want to underthrow it, have it be incomplete. But Anderson comes back, uses his body, makes a great catch. Keeps the clock running, keeps the drive going.
The second catch tonight for 65 yards total. He'll use as much clock. Maple Grove will. And hand off to Jameson. He's got an opening. Smelling the end zone again, and he's in for a touchdown. Third rushing touchdown tonight for Derrick Jameson, and that'll do it. It's 37-17.
Well, when you have that gentleman in your backfield that can go for a touchdown any single time, and as great of a run, again, great job up front. Will Ressman, number 72, down the field, blocking, holding their blocks. And this Maple Grove offense, they can score quickly, and they don't do it a lot of times in the passing game. A lot of times it's through that running game, and finally they get a good extra point off. And
they shorted him a touchdown. It's his fourth touchdown run of the night.
A little fake there. You see the lineman out in front. Max Draheim and Will Ressman doing a great job down the field, and Jameson, good speed, good power, and remember this was 17-17 not too long ago.
Right, heading into the fourth quarter.
21 straight points, unanswered points here. It's such a game of momentum, John. You remember Maple Grove had the ball to start the half. They punted. STMA marched all the way down the field, physical, good runs, tied it up at 17. Or excuse me, it was 17-16, right? No, 17-17. It was 23-17. And then Maple Grove's defense doing a nice job, good adjustments, and then their offense just been potent here. Yeah, this is the most points given up on the year by the Knights. Such a stingy defense. They gave up 34 to Wayzata, 23 to Minnetonka.
Kickoff return. Nice little move to get away from pressure is Ruse, and he gets out to the 29-yard line and then driven back. And down he goes.
Yeah, Ruse, not a big guy, 5'8", 150, but great job making a couple guys miss. He did something not a lot of people do. He made Sawyer Skansen miss there in the open field.
I want to take a moment to extend our sympathy to the Breivik family. There's Kiers Breivik, one of the starters for Maple Grove. Lost his brother in a car accident last weekend down in Iowa at the age of 21. And it's just a shocking loss for Kiers and his family, and to be able to come out tonight after missing a couple days of practice and play and be with his teammates. I think it's a big thing, but it's just been a tough week for Maple Grove football, and obviously specifically for Kiers and his family.
Yeah, what a terrible, terrible tragedy loss. And 21 years, so much life ahead of you. And prayers go out to him and his family. And a lot of people might think, how can you play after something like that? Well, a lot of times this is your family, right? These guys, your teammates, and being out here can be cathartic for you. It can maybe be the only time you can get your mind off of some things for a couple hours. So certainly our thoughts are with him and his family.
Second down and 10, delayed handoff. And a bounce to the outside, 35-yard line, and Purcell's still on his feet, or Kiefer rather, and gets out to the 39-yard line. Kiefer's had some tough runs tonight to get close to 90 yards rushing on the day.
Yeah, he's earned every single one of them. I'll tell you, that was a draw, but that was like a really delayed draw. And it's a smart play. Maple Grove's so aggressive getting up the field. You kind of let them over pursue, and that draw hits them right behind it there.
3rd down and 1 for the Knights. Nero's throwing and incomplete. Trying to hit Riley Purcell. Stops the clock with just under 2 minutes to go. 4th down and 1.
Yeah, and I like that route. They didn't throw it deep that time. A really nice route. It almost looked like Purcell there kind of got tripped up on his feet as he was making his out cut. Didn't quite have his balance. He's normally extremely sure-handed.
Fourth down, pitch to Bennett's got a first down. And he'll get out to the 43-yard line, 44, first down. Bennett's 21st carry tonight. This to me has had some success on the ground, but not enough for them to win, and they weren't able to stop in the end the big plays on defense, specifically Jameson.
Well, and play like that, I wish we would have seen more of that. Instead of, all the pass plays seemed like they were 30, 40 yards downfield taking big shots. I think some of those short passes would have been there.
Givey down on the field after that tackle.
Tackle out of bounds by number 1, Michael-Albertville.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too. You want to be healthy as you go into this stretch of football. It's starting to get cold. That means playoff football is coming. So a lot of times it's teams that are the healthiest, right? Which teams have guys that are getting off of injuries, recovering, and you want to be fully healthy as you go through that playoff stretch.
From midfield, Nero's deep downfield, got his man Purcell, who's got it down at the 10-yard line. Pick up a 40.
Nice job by Purcell adjusting to the ball. That ball kind of drifted a little bit to the sideline on the left. Nero's had the time and got his feet set, put a good ball out there, and great catch.
They'll throw on first down here to Purcell, who's knocked down by Powers, tackled after a gain of just a yard. The clock continues to run, down to 1:15 to go.
Nice receiver, Purcell, brought down by Derrick.
And off and tackle inside. Good tackle made by Jay Suzel. And the inside run by Kiefer.
Been impressed really with both teams. I know we talked about Maple Grove last week. Really, again tonight, both teams really good tacklers.
Nero's to the right side, and Vey, who got back into the game, breaks it up. Who was only out for a play, comes back in and makes a nice pass break up in the end zone.
Yeah, great coverage, great position. And again, watch him get his head around here. You see him seeing the ball. Does a nice job of kind of boxing out Purcell, and I think he wanted the pick. He was thinking interception there, but nice job breaking it up.
Fourth down for STMA here from the 8-yard line of Maple Grove with 40 seconds left. They'll throw to the end zone, and in and out of the hands, incomplete. On the pass for Longvin, and Maple Grove will get the ball back, and that'll do it.
Yeah, just a little out of his reach. It was a nice play design. Running a wheel route out of the backfield was Connor Longvin, and the ball just kind of hung in the air a little bit too much and just at the corner of the end zone, but great effort.
So the Knights are going to drop to 4-3. They'll finish up the regular season at Eastridge Wednesday. Maple Grove going to week 8 with a 6-1 record and a big favorite next Wednesday against Moundsview. The baby powder's put away for the night. Well, we think. We'll see what happens after the.
I got to trek through that to get down on the field here, John. So
kneel down, and Maple Grove is going to hang on and win this one. Not hang on. They pull away late.
Yep.
Just a great fourth quarter, right? They put up 21 points and win at 38-17.
Yeah, and similar to last week. Remember, it was 3-0, a close game. This was 17-17, and then just explosive plays by that young man right there just kind of put this game out of reach in a hurry. 21 unanswered points.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Our postgame from Maple Grove High School. Final score tonight, Maple Grove 38, STMA 17. We're back with more after this on CCX1.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
38-17, Maple Grove wins its 6th game of the season. Down to the field we go. Ryan Iverson standing by with Derrick Jameson.
Well, I'm here with Derrick Jameson. Derrick, 17-17 there in the third quarter. We were wondering what was going to get the Maple Grove started. They turned to you as they usually do. 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. What did you think of that performance?
It was a really good performance. I would never did it without my line, and I just thank them for everything.
Well, they did have a couple of great blocks, but there's something about you can kind of feel the collective sigh when you get the ball, your crowd goes crazy. There's that chance every time you touch it, you could take it to the house. Is that how you feel as well?
Yeah, that's how I feel on every play. I just think when I get the ball, I'm putting it in the end zone for 6.
Well, great combination of speed and power. What do you think is your best asset?
If I can do it all, I can catch, cut, everything.
So you guys, finished this big win over St. Michael-Albertville. They were a good team, good defense. What do you think the goals are for the Crimson here as you guys one more regular season game, then you head to the playoffs?
Our goal is to obviously make it to the state championship because I feel like we have a really good team, and yeah, just keep going.
Okay, so you got a great quarterback, got a great running back. You guys can throw, great line, great defense. How would you fare if you were going against the Maple Grove defense?
I go against them every day in practice, and it's not good. They pound me, they get me ready for the big game. So,
how about college? What are you thinking about after high school? Any thoughts?
I plan on going to college, and I'm not really know where that, but I'm planning on going.
I'll tell you what, as a broadcaster, every time you touch the ball, I say he could take it to the house. A lot of fun to watch. Congratulations on a big game tonight.
Thank you.
All right, back to you, JJ.
Thank you, Ryan. Our final score, 38-17.